Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to Katarina's Garage. My name is Katarina Lloyd, and today, well, we have a package! Yay, package! What is it? Well, it's for the truck here. And we are going to install it in this video because this is something that I've kind of needed for the truck for a while. And a few of you actually suggested that I do this. And I was able to talk with flasharkracing, and they sent me a set. So, which, don't forget, use my code KAT15, all in caps, for 15% off. Or KAT15, yeah, for 15% off your order. Link will be down in the description below. And I'll also link these exact things as well, because these are wheel spacers. Which now, and there's even like some important notices and stuff like that to make sure you check your volt patterns and stuff like that. That's what this is. And there you go. And also, because it does say on here, which is good to see, at the very bottom, maintenance tips. It's like, please check all lug nuts and bolts of the adapters after the first 50 to 100 miles. They may get loose after a long time running. Make sure you recheck them every 3,000 to 5,000 miles and screw tight. Which that's good to see, because lots of people think that, oh, I can just put these wheel spacers on my vehicle and it'll be fine. No. Wheel spacers are prone to getting loose over time, right? So let's take a look at these things. Oh, all right. And you know, nice little bubble wrap. Oh, it comes with gloves too, and it comes with, what's up with this? Okay, I don't know what this is about, but like a thread cleaner maybe? Not too sure about that, but let's take a look at these. And ooh, okay, so it's actually got long lug nuts on it. Nice. So they come, obviously set of 4, but like these things are, you know, 1/2 inch or 1.5 inch spacers, right? So they're pretty thick on these ones. And it definitely says on the side, 1.5 inch. They're really well built. Like you can tell, these are like CNC machined actually. And I've got, you know, the nice tapered nuts and everything. Oh yeah. Well, let's see how these puppies look on my truck. So first up, well, let's get all of them out and go from there. That's just gonna slip off. So let's just put them on my truck to make sure the other ones are the same. Because, yeah, but so far I'm very happy with the quality of these. These are freaking nice. There we go. Hiya. Get it all out. Perfecto. And so only 1 pair of gloves. That's okay. Don't need more, realistically. I'm not even sure why the gloves are there, to be honest, but unless if you don't want to get yourself dirty, which I don't really care. And these, oh yeah, are in fantastic shape as well. So, very happy with that. So now, well, let's jack the truck up and get them on here. Because to be honest, this should take me maybe ½ hour with the impact, maybe more. So I'm going to put you on a time lapse to jack the truck up and take the lug nuts off, because, yeah. All right. And that is why you should loosen them actually when they're on the ground, because you may have seen me kind of struggling there. But regardless, I got it, so let's just see. Um, so, should go like that. All right, and then get the, cool, so actually this is safer than what it would have been before, because I'll actually have more thread engagement with these as opposed to before. It sounds kind of weird that way. Oh, hang on a minute. So these are 13/16, like, but how am I gonna be able to? Because I can like hand do these, but then, are you serious? I'm gonna need, hang on. Let's try these lug nuts that are on here. I kind of wanted to use these on the outside, but let's just see what size these are instead. These tapered ones. Because I wanted the shiny stuff obviously to be, you know, on the outside. You can see just how long these studs are. Like, I'll have no problem with thread engagement with my ugly lug nuts. All right, let's see, because that is way smaller. Okay, so that's how you do it. Let's see what size this puppy is. Are you that size? Nope. Are you 3/4? Yes. Okay, so it's 3/4 inch. Oh, and they just barely fit. All right. So, all right, this is gonna take me a bit, but that's okay. Because at first I'm going to get these all to where they're like hand tight, then use the impact afterwards. So again, it's looking pretty good though, and it's nice because, like I said, I'm gonna have plenty of thread engagement now, where before I didn't. And I know a decent bit of you actually had a problem with that, which, to be fair, I get it. Oh, I need, there we go. I'm just going to do this. That wasn't even going. Hang on a minute. Okay, try that again. Just try to get these on, again, just a little faster than... Why is that not working? Are you just like slipping off or something, or what? Or are you different thread? Hang on. Let's take a look, because I didn't even check that. That's why. Shoot. I'm not going to be able to install these. Not yet. I'm going to need different lug nuts. That are... Great. Okay, so it's not the same thread with these. I was fully anticipating it being the same thread, because it's actually, this thread is smaller, so what thread is this then? Does it say on these? Because where this should be a 1/2 inch thread. Because I mean, unless it's like metric versus not. Oh, what a pain in my ass this is. Well, I can't finish this now, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to figure this out after, so I'm just going to leave the wheel off and just put something to, even though I should already be doing that, but I haven't, make sure this thing like stays kind of jacked up a little bit. So that's kind of the idea. So that's really annoying. It said that these should, I mean, they actually said different years, but I know the bolt pattern stayed the same, so that's why I was, you know, interested in these. That is really freaking annoying. So I'm gonna go on Amazon then, I guess, and order some lug nuts, and then figure out. So it can't be a 13/16 head to fit in there. It has to be a what did I have on there? A 3/4 head. So that's where I'm at. All right. Well, the other lug nuts that I had, which I didn't show it on camera, I just got frustrated and went back to the store. They were 1/2-inch thread, like these. However, they were left-handed thread, which this truck I don't believe has the left-handed thread anywhere on it. I know like some trucks would have, like especially like some of the old Mopars and stuff, would actually have left-hand thread on the passenger side for some weird-ass reason. But yeah, I mean, I know they're thinking on it, but it nowadays makes no sense. So, now I'm on hold until I figure out what I can do, because local shops want like $250 basically for lug nuts that'll fit this thing, and I'm like, I'm not spending that much. I don't care. I'll find something online, and I think I found a solution for like $100 online, which is a little more than I wanted to spend, but I spent $93 on those left-handed threads, so there's that. So yeah, that's where I'm at. All for those silly little wheel spacers. There we go. All right, now we actually have lug nuts that'll work for this. And I'm feeling really awful today, so we're gonna see how far I get into this, because like I'm feeling very lightheaded, which ironically 3 years ago popped up in my memories that this was the day that I ended up in the hospital because of my heart going nuts and my head going crazy, and yeah. So anyways, feeling similar to today, except for I'm not feeling the heart stuff, so that's good at least. It's just the head. But anyways, plus I have a decent amount of back pain today, so that's fun. So, wheel spacer, like that, okay? Then we have these nice new lug nuts, because yeah, the ones I had the other day were not the right ones. And these should, just double checking that these are the 3/4. Yep, they are. Excellent. And then just slowly, shoot. Okay, why are you not threading on there? Because you do fit. I know you do fit. You're just being a pain in my butt. Yes, you are. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go, it's threading on. Okay, I'm just going to, I'm not actually going to tighten it fully with this. I'm just going to get it so that it's seated properly. There we go. Okay. And then, and I am going to actually, which I need to get the torque wrench out of my car, but I will actually torque these down to, I had my torque specs wrong before. I think these wheels are supposed to go to 100 and, well, they're normally about like 105 or so. I think I'm gonna bump it up to like 115, just due to the fact of, well, trying to keep wheel spacers on and shit like that too. So, there we go. And then just loosely. There we go, it's almost there. Okay. And yeah, you get the idea, right? So this is gonna take a little bit. So, let's just put you in a time lapse and go from there. All right, now let's see how this is gonna go. So, all right, now this is gonna be the fun part, is making sure that this does not spin on me. Okay, I need to stop this from spinning. I should have like a breaker bar or something like that around. Let me see what I can find really quick here. Okay, I do not have the energy to try and even attempt to actually torque these properly, so I'm just gonna ugga-dugga it. I don't really care right now. You should actually torque these down properly, but when you're feeling as lightheaded as I am right now, and you're just pushing through it so you can get your truck fixed, so you can get this video out, yeah. So, okay, let's just do this one here. Alright, then this one. Alright, then this one. Alright, then this one. Let's do this. And this one. I believe it's this one. And then just make sure I got every single one, because my brain's not working. Okay, that's definitely all right. Now, all right. Now the wheel's over there. Let's roll that over here. And then let's see, and then we'll compare it to the other side of how it's gonna look, and even towards the back as well with this 1.5-inch spacer on it. And it's kind of nice because I still don't have all the engagement on these, but I'll just have to really pay attention to it, especially with the wheel spacers, but it should be fine. So yeah, let's go grab the wheel and roll it over here. Then let's see if I have enough energy to actually get it on here. Oh, because these things ain't freaking light at all. They're very heavy. Okay, just like that. All right. And I should put this back in its case just so that I don't do anything bad with it. Alrighty, Roo, let's see what we can do. Okay, just like so. Hiya! Whew. Okay. Slide it forward. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there we go. It helps when you have long studs. Look at how far those stick out, so yeah, that helps out a ton. There we go. La di da di da di da 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 da. Frick, that just looks Oh, that looks good. All right, let's get all of these on. And then, yeah, and also gotta see, are these 3/4 as well, or are they different? Oh, they are 3/4. Haha, let's go. So, you know, just slowly make sure that you get those seated on there, mostly. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is gonna look fantastic. That, and also, the one thing is with wheel spacers, because the only downside to wheel spacers is that you have to really pay attention to your lug nuts, because the wheel spacer can get loose. So that's why they say every 3 to 5,000 kilometers, or maybe it said miles on it. I can't remember what I read at the start of this video, because to be fair, that was 2 days ago. Yeah, this project has been 3 days because of not having the right lug nuts. Crazy, isn't it? I should have just went on Amazon to begin with, and I could have had this done yesterday, but I didn't. Instead, I tried to support local, and it would have cost me a lot more supporting local as opposed to what it does now. All right. And then, yeah, because this will make the wheel stick out more, which means you'll have a better track base. Plus, you can already see it's where the wheels are kind of supposed to be, roughly, with the old set of wheels, because the offset was different. So that's why I'm doing these, because normally I'm not really a big fan of wheel spacers, to be honest. But on this, these wheels just look fantastic, and I'm just rolling with it because of how good these look on the truck, right? There we go. And 2 more. And then I can let it on the ground. Well, I'll have to move the my makeshift jack stand, because I don't have 3-ton jack stands yet. I've got 2-ton, but that's I mean, it would probably hold this thing up, but I don't really like using those jack stands on this car or on this truck. I use them on my Mustang, and even still on my Mustang, I usually just use these ramps anyways. So yeah, anyways, let's get that all the way on. Sorry, taking a bit. Alright, now let's just get them a little bit tight, and then I'll see, once it's down on the ground, about torquing these properly. So I'm just trying to get these a little tighter before I let it down on the ground. Just so that I can get it seated on the wheel spacer better. Alright, let's move my makeshift jack stand out of the way, let it down, and then we'll compare the sides too, and then I'll torque this, and then I'll just, then I won't film the rest of it, I'll just do it, and then I'll show you guys the end result, right, just so that the video's not too long for wheel spacers. Alright. Let's just see here. Alright, just like that. And I lift it up and back down. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh, there was water. There's water on the side step. That's funny. All right. Now let's take a look at that. Oh, that looks so much better. Oh yeah. Take a look at that. Right? With the wheels pretty much in line with the fender. Oh yeah, that's great. Comparatively too, you can see on this side where they're quite sunken in. Here. So this as well will give you better stability down the road with how wide it is. And like you can see, let's go from the back to the front. Well, I guess you can't really see the front, to be fair, but like even how far it is back in here, right? So that needs to be moved out. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'll do the other side off camera. I'll torque this off camera, and then yeah, we'll see the end result. All right. So check it out. Again, pushed out. It looks fantastic. I got plenty of engagement on the threads here. You know, with the really long sort of studs. And again, back here, it's all pushed out. So now, if I get a proper load back here, it's not going to hit the box here, right? Because it was going to. Now it should clear. Because there's a lot of room now. So that is freaking awesome. And I just love how well that sticks out like that. Hell yeah. Oh, gotta love it. And so yeah, and I've been obviously, if you guys saw, slowly getting towards that primer that's underneath. Once I have all the primer kind of exposed, I'm gonna try and get the primer off and get this blue to stick out. So yeah, but overall, it's a bit of a mess in my yard right now, but whew, I'm happy I pushed through all my shit there, because that was brutal. But and also, I've got full lock of steering wheel now, so it clears just barely, but it does clear. So that is a win. Now, I mean, if I'm in full lock and I hit like a giant bump or something, I might hit. But that's, when is that going to happen, right? So, yeah. Anyways, here, let me put you back up on the stand here. Which I'm using the small stand today, so that's why it looks kind of weird with the camera angles and stuff. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys are absolutely incredible. I hope you've been liking the series so far on the truck. I haven't done like a lot with it yet, but there is more stuff to come. Like, you know, I've done the wheels and tires, obviously. I did the LED lights. I've now done the wheel spacers. There is other stuff I want to do. Like, as an example, I want to retrofit a seat in here. Like, I don't want the bench seat, to be honest. I want to toss that for some nice bucket seats that actually have a upper back support. Because, well, even today, like, my upper back was killing me because I don't have that support in these vehicles typically as much. So, yeah. But beyond that, you know, so that's just some of the stuff. And of course, I want to do the exhaust, and I'd love to swap out the intake and carb and stuff like that. Make this thing breathe a little better, perform a little better. I also want this thing to be able to tow, so I'm thinking of doing, keeping the stock suspension out back, but adding airbags for, you know, like helper airbags, right? So that at some point with this truck, to be able to potentially tow our dyno trailer, which weighs a good amount. It's over 10,000 pounds. So, yeah. So it'll kind of need a lot of that to be able to do that. And, yeah. So, anyways, sorry. I'm exhausted from that. Like, this took me, so, normally, doing wheel spacers on this truck, meh, 40 minutes, maybe to do that. It took me well over 2 hours because I was battling my lightheadedness, I was battling my back pain, but I pushed through it and I got it done, as you can see. So, anyways, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you did, please like the video because it actually helps me out a lot. Comment, subscribe, share with your friends, your cat, your family, your fish, you know, anything, you know, even if you have like a snack, you know, and a nice little snack. As well, check out the description below. There is a couple of websites and discount codes. So one of them is for flasharkracing, and they have a bunch of, hey, and there's a gopher over there. There's a gopher in my yard. But so anyways, I got distracted by the gopher. Sorry. So they have like headers, cold air intakes, obviously wheel spacers. They do have some lighting stuff. They have like differential covers, stuff like that, which I actually do want to get one of their differential covers for my truck, or not for my truck, for my car. And then as well, then the other one is for Oxido. And Oxido is one of the leaders in LED lighting. Honestly, they are fantastic. And if you use my code KAT15 all in caps, which also that discount code works on Flashark Racing as well, you'll get 15% off your order. So even if something's on sale and then you add my discount code, it'll like stack that way, right? So it's great. And there goes that gopher underneath the neighbor's house. It's still burnt up to a crisp. So anyways, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go take my truck out and find some food. So anyways, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.